Make sure to watch this entire video if you want to learn how to be able to get back into your sport correctly without getting hurt again, or just simply get rid of some nagging pain from the knees, low back, and shoulders. Today I want to talk with you guys about how to be able to rehab an injury correctly and looking at what it takes to bridge the gap from physical therapy or PT to real life and getting back into doing the things that you love. If you're watching this video, I hope that you're a current or former athlete wanting to be able to get over an old nagging injury, or you're a fitness enthusiast, someone who's an intermediate in the craft, but maybe you got some nagging knee pain or stiffness, lower back tightness, shoulder issues that might just be causing you a complication right now, and you're looking for a solution here in Dallas, Texas to be able to get you out of that pain and get back to doing the things that you love. So a little bit of background on myself. My name is Patrick Bell. I'm the founder and head coach here at Kingdom Health. We're a locally based Dallas training and health coaching business. I get the opportunity to work with athletes and regular people every single day when it comes to training. I teach a weekly health class at my church over in Cedar Hill every Thursday evening, and really I just love that I get to live and breathe this type of business and this type of profession where I get to heal people, get you stronger, and see you walk in purpose. I've had double knee surgeries myself. I've had to relearn how to walk 2 different times. So when it comes to dealing with nagging injuries, I'm no stranger to it. And it's a huge reason why I actually have a heart for seeing people get healed and be able to get back to doing the things that they love. The type of training that we do here at Kingdom Health to help you bridge the gap from physical therapy to getting back into real life and doing the sport that you love, rehabbing an injury correctly, has its roots within ATG-based philosophies. Ben Patrick, Knees Over Toes guy, is a huge mentor of both mine and my wife. We are certified ATG coaches here in Dallas. We've also got a team here working with us in Dallas, and also DeSoto now is a new satellite location. A lot of these take place with Poliquin Principles, who is, I believe, the world's most winningest strength coach for gold medal winning Olympians, or just medaling Olympians. And so this stuff has been used for a long time, but we really have our roots within what Ben Patrick has taught, because his ATG philosophy is amazing. So a lot of the people we work with here are very familiar with this style of training, but if you're new to it, no worries at all. I'll share a little bit about that here today. In this video, I want to share our 3 pillars here at Kingdom Health for how we get athletes back into doing the things that they love with minimal to no pain. With that, I do just want to say that the style of training that we do is not your regular general population training. We're not going to have you doing 3 sets of 10 on every single movement. This is not a weight loss focused program. This is not a bodybuilding focused program. Truly, our heart is to go after athletes and regular people who have those knee injuries, lower back injuries, shoulder issues, elbow issues, wrist issues, ankle issues that are disrupting their quality of life, and to be able to give you back that enjoyment to do things without pain. So a lot of what we do works really well with people who are more in that intermediate range. You're used to working out already, but you really want to tighten up what you're doing, so that way you don't hurt yourself anymore, and you can bulletproof your body for anything in the future that you want to do. Before I dig into our 3 pillars, just want to share a couple testimonials of some clients that have done so well with this process. First one that comes to mind is one of my first clients out here in Dallas, Corky. This woman is in her 60s, came in with knee pain and issues, really couldn't even do a weighted squat without pain. Now she is back squatting 2 years later with weights on her back, slow tempo, just an absolute beast, getting lower than most people, showing up dudes in their 20s. She pushes the sled every day with ferocity. She's able to do 3 chin-ups now at the age of 62, when she couldn't do one of them when we first started, and is an absolute just model for so many people and an inspiration. And it all started with ATG principles and getting her knees to feel a lot better. Another client whose testimonial is near and dear to my heart is a guy named Tyler. He found me a couple years back. We've been training for 2 years now. The guy's put on 40 pounds of muscle. He's 6'7", former basketball player, went from about 180 pounds to nearly 230 pounds now, at almost a 50-pound mass gain. And through that process, we've been able to build up range of motion in his knees, get rid of a lot of pain there, work on a shoulder injury, and allow him to be able to build mass, get stronger, and get closer to getting back to the sport that he loves without feeling the pain that he used to. He's gotten super, super strong. And when he first came in, he wasn't able to do a lot of the things that he's doing now. But now he's, impressing every single guy we train with, and he's an absolute, just beast in the weight room. Another person who I really enjoy their story of how they've been able to be supported by Kingdom Health is a client of mine named Alec. He came in with scoliosis, some lower back pain, a little bit of knee issues, found us on the ATG map. Within about a week or two, we were able to start doing some sessions for his lower back to where the normal aches and pains that would come up were starting to get less and less and less. And whenever they did come back up, he would come into his workouts maybe a little bit weary, like, hey, I don't know if we should lift today. And after the session, he would feel so much better. The low back pain would actually be decreased rather than increased. And that's really what we're after here is I want you to be able to feel better after your session versus when you came in. That's our heart to heal people. All right, time for the meat and potatoes. Here's how you rehab an injury correctly and you bridge the gap from physical therapy to getting back to real life and the sport that you love. Number one is you have to have the patience and the perspective to know that you need to heal your body first. I don't care if you're an athlete who's used to doing daily doubles or if you're a type A personality who's always getting things done and getting things done quickly. Healing can take time, and the only limiting factor on that is going to be your mind and how willing you are to be patient and humble through that process. When I had to relearn how to walk 2 different times after my knee surgeries, I had to celebrate every new personal best or PR, personal record, that I had in the gym. Now if I was just able to, jog for 10 feet, that was a personal best. I had to forget the athlete that I used to be so I could rebuild to become the athlete that I was supposed to be. And so for everybody watching this, if you're wanting to rehab an injury correctly, please take the time in your very first phase to lower the weights, try new movements, gain more mobility, focus on flexibility, focus on dominating movements like the split squat, being able to get more and more mobile and stronger in exercises like a dumbbell external rotation or a dumbbell pullover in the upper body. When you take the time to rebuild with really important exercises like this, both from the standpoint of mobility and strength, it makes the recovery process so much easier. So I like to let people know the very first phase that you're going to be working through is more of a healing phase. We don't need to crank up the weights a ton. We just need to get more blood in your tissues with the right movements that are not going to hurt you, and they're at the level that is going to make you stronger each and every single time you come in here in the gym. And so it's a different feeling. You're not going to be smoked like you used to be. You're going to be, kind of touched and graced in the right areas. What I mean by that is you're going to be activated in the right muscles to where when you leave the gym, your legs feel stronger, your lower back feels more sturdy, your shoulders feel supported, your neck feels more open, and you broke a couple PRs here in the gym and got better. So this is what we're really after here within a Kingdom Health session. That's how you know you're healing, when you're not hurting after a workout. Step number 2 to rehab an injury correctly is after you heal your body, you have to focus on getting stronger from there. Where a lot of people go wrong is they might do the exercise enough to get out of pain, but now what we want to start to do is build interest on this. So it's kind of like investing with your money. If you get a little bit of money and you start to have it and it sits in a bank account, this is kind of like getting healed. It's like, okay, I've got $1,000 in my bank account, but when you get stronger, what it starts to do is build interest. You get out of injury debt. You've got to keep going beyond the injury to the place where you are now actually putting aside for your future, basically a bulletproof bank account, to where your knees have done the extra reps and gotten stronger past healing, so that way in the future, you're no longer going to get injured. So this is why we really focus on strength standards here, things like 1/4 of your body weight in each hand on dumbbell split squats, being able to, for upper body based athletes, build up to weighted chin-ups for half of your body weight for at least 2 reps. Different standards like this really help you to know what I'm actually aiming for, so that way I can keep pursuing gains here in the gym that aren't going to cause me to get injured again, and actually build more of a bulletproof reserve. So getting stronger is phase number 2. It's super important because this is what cements in those gains you made in your healing phase. Step number 3 for how to rehab an injury correctly is to remember that you are designed to walk in purpose. Now, I'm personally a Christian and a believer, and with that, my faith is a huge part of what I do in the gym. And I truly believe that every single person that walks into this gym was made for purpose and on purpose. And you listening to this video, there's a reason you were made here on earth. For some of you, it might be your sport. For others, it might be to be a parent. For others, it might be you've got a great career, but you've got a recreation or a sport that you love to do on the side that helps you, with that purpose and that passion that you have here on earth. So I really want to see everybody here walking in purpose. And part of that is when it comes to rehabbing an injury, is knowing that I'm doing this for a reason, right? So when it gets hard, when it gets tough, having the humility to zoom out for a second and say, man, I'm doing this because it's going to make me a better parent. I'm doing this because it's going to get me out of pain so I stop being depressed. I'm doing this so that way I can get my scholarship to the college I'm going for. Whatever it might be, you got to remember that what we do here in the gym is just a way to help whatever your purpose is here in life. So just to recap everything, if you want to rehab an injury correctly, you got to make time to heal the body. You can't stop at healing, and you got to get stronger. And you want to remember that you're here on purpose, for a reason here in life. And what you're doing here in the gym is meant to support that. The gym is not your life. It's just meant to be something that builds you up in the capacity to go out there and do the things you love. Now, if you've listened to this and you are a current or former athlete who wants to get stronger, get over your nagging knee injuries, I highly recommend you come train with us here in Dallas, Texas. If you haven't already yet, book your first consultation. We'll have a link somewhere down in the description of this video. Would love to be able to come support you here within our Dallas, Texas training facility. What I'll do here in the next couple seconds is I'll go over a few of our pricing packages for personal training to give you a picture of what to expect when you come in here. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to see you here in the gym for your first session. Take care. All right, guys, here's the current overview of our Dallas personal training pricing. Right now, our consultations are $75. Typically, these are $150, but we're just trying something new out in 2024 to see if a lower cost one allows us to help more people. So for the time being, it's $75. Might change in the future, but that's at least as of making this video. And then a single session, if you're wanting to work with us after your consultation, is $125. So we have two different options. We have a weekly training model and then packages. By far, our packages are our most popular option. Most people end up signing up with a 24 or a 48 pack, as this will ensure you to be able to train either 2 to 4 times a week for anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So this is a nice investment to make sure that you have all the sessions you need. You can adjust the frequency as you would like. Our recommended frequency is if you're just focusing on one area of the body to heal, like the knees, twice a week is great. But if you need a full body rebuild to where you're working on shoulders, low back, and knees, training 4 times a week is going to be best there, so we can get you for 2 upper and 2 lower. So 48 divided by 4 would be 12. So that 48 session there would be 3 solid months of 4 times a week training, which will transform most people in a massive way. A new option that we do have is our weekly training. So we have this as a option for people who want to just get started right away, but may not want to buy a larger package. You can do this for twice a week for $250 weekly, which comes out to about $125 a session. Or you can do the 4 times per week package, which will be $390 weekly, comes out to about $1560 monthly, and that'll be our best session rate at $95. This is a new package that we're trying out, so we've got some availability for it at the moment. The only thing with the weekly training to be aware of is there is a 2-week cancellation notice required. So this is our full pricing, so that way when you come in for your training session, you know what to expect and are aware of all of the details.